Extrañaba ir por estos lares, invocar electrogranos y transportarme de esta manera. Es que es recontra chido. ¿Dónde carajos está el otro? ¡Ah! Está por ahí, por favor, no te desaparezcas, no te desaparezcas, no te desaparezcas. Bien, 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 bien. Por un momento pensé que desaparecería. Ahora sí podemos dirigirnos así de manera escalando, porque es recontra chido ir de esta manera. Escala diablo, sí que también... Escala diablo, sí que también esto... Me acuerdo que iba acá para recolectar escala diablos para liberar a Ito. Ahora sí. Vale, que es... Ahora sí. Vale, ahora sí esto ir hacia allá arriba, pero no hay esto otros de estas cosas, no. De hecho, por esta zona me acuerdo que iba bastante para colectar escala diablos y demás. Pero bueno, no creo que sea necesario hacerlo ahorita. Precio de tormentas, excelente. Pasamos de un episodio de CSI a uno de Kimetsu no Yaiba de golpe. Y por acá supuestamente está donde están los Ronins. ¿Por esta wea? Ah, es una dungeon por lo que parece. Cuidado. Sí, es una de esas en donde tengo que tener un equipo predeterminado por lo que parece. A ver qué es lo que me recomienda para probar al Kadehara. Antigua base ocupada. Me pide viento nada más. Esta es una base secreta del clan Tazukata que fue ocupada por los Ronin y después ser abandonada. Si encontrases resistencia al entrar en ella, bueno, sería una buena oportunidad para ver cuánto poder te queda esta espada maldita. A ver, veamos pues, cuánto poder le queda. Layla es la más débil, así que vamos a usar a Jin para tener cobertura de viento. De todas maneras, aparte de algo de healing, ¿saben, no? Porque a ese equipo le falta healing. De hecho, este es el equipo que suele usar para hacer el combo que me agrada de hielo y demás. Bueno, parece que nos permite solamente usar a Kadehara, cosa que también está de contra chido. Vamos, seguimos haciendo el daño de antes, así que no veo ninguna otra diferencia. Con cuidado, que todavía sigo recibiendo golpes. Parece que todavía me falta todavía bastante. De hecho, antes hacía eso, de hacer todo un tornado que mantenga eso, o es que este Kadehara es de constelación. A ver, acérquense, pendejos, acérquense, que hay papeadas para todos, hijos de puta. De hecho, hay papeadas supremas para absolutamente todos. Vale. Eso fue rápido.
I'm all right. The blade is performing largely as I expected. Having gone so long without proper use and maintenance, it's become very difficult to use. Though he's making every effort to persevere, I do not think he can last much longer.
Something else on your mind?
How strange. Rather than trying to control me, he is instead trying to match my fighting rhythm. Let's keep going.
Capaz todo este tiempo estaba buscando un portador digno, qué sé yo, y por eso es que... ¡Cofre! Antes de que me olvide, no quiero que ningún cofre se escape aquí. Que acá tengo mala fama de que se me hayan ido los cofres. No tanto como Sumeru, pero una preview, por así decirlo. Vale, formen su huracán, que se unan todos. De hecho, hacía esto, podría utilizar a un arquero para que todos se vayan aquí al medio, ¿saben, no? Sería bastante chido hacer esa técnica. A ver, ustedes acérquense también, que falta un poquito para que así todos se lleven la papeada suprema. Tú no te me escapas. Se ha vuelto más oscura. No debería aclararse. Es decir, al fin y al cabo está usando tu estilo de pelea y tu estilo de pelea es claro.
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. The blade is becoming more and more difficult for me to wield.
Pero aún así está siguiendo tu estilo de pelea.
He cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps persisting, he will likely break apart at any moment.
¡Vamos a romperla!
What would that do to Amanome Yuya?
He's gonna die.
I will be careful with it. He also says he does not have any plans to give up easily. He's still trying to achieve his goal.
Esa wea se va a romper igual que mis sueños y esperanzas en la vida. Ay, cofre por acá. Si es que caigo por aquí, muero, estoy seguro de eso. Así que no creo que haya cofre, ¿verdad? No veo nada por aquí, solamente una celda infernal. Que saca WrestleMania. Portugal de resurrección, cofre por aquí. ¡Justo lo que quería! Aunque no me conviene que este pendejo sea de fuego y lo único que tenga acá al costado sean puras antorchitas. Sería de muy buena idea que haya algo de agua por aquí, ¿sabes, no? Que yo por lo menos sí sé bañarme. Vale, con cuidado. Eso fue un comentario de contra random. Pero no importa. A ver, que los comentarios random son los que dan vistas, tengo entendido. A ver, no usaré el especial contra este pendejo. No hay problema. Sabemos que igual la huevada se va a romper de todas maneras. ¿Está rota? No, es que yo era un imbécil y no había nada de agua al costado.
Yes. And it looks like he's reached his limit.
Pues no está rota.
The sheen's grown a bit dimmer again. It doesn't look anywhere near as impressive as it did at the start.
Sí, pero sigue sin romperse, sigue ahí viva.
Perhaps this time we'll finally have a chance to see his true form.
True form? What are you talking about? Huh? Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk.
Está a punto de romperse.
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi, much less the almighty Shogun. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey from Snezhnaya back to Inazuma has left you battered and broken. It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy.
¿Ya crees que te hará caso o quieres que yo le aplique la Illusion Killer?
I finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would still be able to wield commendable power. But regrettably, we are nothing alike. I will never understand your obstinacy and cruelty, nor can I empathize with the one who made you. The only one who truly understood you had already passed away by the time you were born.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Que la espada está sin dueño.
Here they are. Take them down.
Una última peleita.
Where do they keep coming from?
Kadehara sigue usando la espada. Rómpela.
Yep.
Rompe la maldita
Time.
Don't
espada.
worry. I'll use my own blade. It's just more of the same.
Oh yeah.
Let's get down to business.
Y me reinician la Q por lo que parece. Vale, este de acá no te me escapas. Tú no te me escapas, hijo de puta. Tú no te me maldito escapas. Cuidado.
Time to go.
Que yo tengo también el efecto de fuego. Que eso es algo peligroso. Porque estaba contra alguien eléctrico. No quería que se me
With your
cargue.
own sword.
You are a true Kadehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, you have seen me for who I really am. No one knew anything of my story throughout my travels, nor did I tell it to anyone. You are the first person to know the truth. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you, perhaps there would still be a ray of hope for me.
But in this too, you have failed.
Indeed. No matter how hard I tried, I could not attain that perfect harmony that your personal blade does with you. Too much time has passed. My physical state is poor, and without proper maintenance, I can only disguise my true appearance behind an outer sheen. Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi. And what a magnificent blade it is.
Así es.
Perhaps I shall never reach that level of glory.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my travels in Liyue.
What?
Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade, but they are not everything.
El usuario también es importante.
This blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond during that time. Plus, in the moment that I most needed it, I received aid from another power.
Estaba bufeada para ese entonces.
Skill,
Comienza el guión.
blade, determination, and desire. All these must be aligned in the practice of Ishin art. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess your own consciousness derived from the power of the Tatarigami. Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient past, It is the source of your mania and savagery. Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you driven by Tatarigami was constantly trying to seize control of my body.
I sensed it, but I couldn't change it. It is an integral part of my consciousness.
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenome Yuya. But I do not know whether you yourself have any intention of trying to fight it. I feel a great sense of regret for you. Since you embarked on a journey bound for a destination you were destined never to reach. The moment you embarked on this journey, you lost the only person who could have ever unleashed your true potential. And yet there was no way for you to turn your back on his ambition. You have known this for a long time. It is the true source of your despair.
He gave me everything. My life, my form, my consciousness, and purpose. How could I possibly deny him his wish? I said to him, "Do not worry. From here on, I shall forge your legacy." How could I go back on my word?
Siguiendo tu camino, no siguiendo el camino que él quiso que siguieras.
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled. I have nothing further to say.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. Let's give him some time to reflect on things.
Bueno, nos veremos en el agua, supongo. Capaz se vaya a tirar ahí decepcionado por no haber cumplido el deseo de su maestro.
When I touched the hilt for the first time, it's as if I was transported to a strange dimension. A bladesmith lay quietly on the bed, his frail face barely visible under the moonlight. His breaths were weak, and his life near its end. A newly forged blade lay by his side, listening attentively to his final words.
Wow. That was the blade's memory, wasn't it?
O de la persona que lo forjó.
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith eventually learned the truth behind everything that had happened. The Ishin art had been dealt a devastating blow by the desertion of its best smiths. He spent the rest of his life in the forge, not to vent his frustration and hatred, but to atone for his actions. He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his homeland. His sole wish was to one day return his single, proudest creation back to the land of his birth. So he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back to Inazuma, no matter how long or how hard the journey.
Simplemente
But he
llegar,
never wished to rival the gods.
llegar al lugar donde nació, por cualquier medio necesario.
All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and smith, that they were still worthy of being trusted.
So that's the true story. But after that, the blacksmith's intentions were worked by the Tatarigami, slowly turning his proud creation into the cursed blade of today.
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with was that of the Tatarigami.
Estaba
The
desesperado,
hatred within that power is what sent the blade down its ill-fated path.
al punto que estaba experimentando con todo lo que podía encontrar.
This blade has committed unforgivable atrocities, but only because it lost its original master. No one was there to correct its errors when it was losing its way.
Shame it's too late now.
Yes, it is too late. Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world moved on, his ambition remained stubbornly stuck at that fleeting moment at the dawn of his journey. He seems to have calmed down, though. Let's go and check in.
Yo, tú, el de la espada maldita, ¿ya decidiste tirarte al agua o algo?
When I look back at the past, I can remember the day of my forging like it was just yesterday. I once told him that I would pay any price to fulfill his wishes. Such was the debt I owed to him for giving me the gift of consciousness. But darkness and slaughter numbed the mind. Over time, I lost sight of the difference between gratitude and grudge. Not only did I fail to fulfill his ambition, I also defiled it.
You are finally seeing reality clearly.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, I will honor the agreement and release Ame no Mayuya.
Excelente.
But I still cannot bring myself to forsake his ambition. It is the entire purpose for my existence. So, may I ask you to help me fulfill the ambitions of myself and my creator?
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix, too? Jeez, don't push your luck, mister.
Tus chances de ser exitoso drásticamente se van a bajar si es que te agregas al mix.
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. And if you don't agree, I will still release Ame no Mayuya as promised. My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be of some value to you.
His attitude has grown a lot milder. What do you think, Kazuha? Should we give him a chance?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker was already terminally ill. He told me that he had wanted me to have the grandest opening battle. Alas, after that, he never rose from his sickbed again. Nor have I ever had the chance to prove myself in battle since. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the next step in my never-ending journey. The next in a long line of transgressions. You are a fine warrior. I would like to request your hand in battle and experience a true duel between samurai.
Oh? And who would be the opponent?
I will release Ame no Mayuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps after that, you can convince him to commit to a fight with you.
Me parece razonable.
He must have plenty of reasons to both hate me and desire a good fight.
Understood. Then let's start by waking him up and seeing if he has the stamina and will to fight.
Haremos a Yuri al final despierta y le explican lo que ha sucedido.
I see. He used my body to inflict harm on others.
Sí, ¿quieres acabar con su existencia?
I utterly despise him and his actions. But since he stayed true to your agreement by releasing me, he must still have some remaining semblance of honor.
Sí, y como la tradición samurái lo determina, cuando alguien pierde su honor, merece ser sacrificado. Así que, ¿quieres ser parte del seppuku de esta espada?
If a duel can help to set this state of affairs in order, I am willing to put myself forward.
Chévere, Yuya.
I do not wish to be a mere victim in this story.
There's no need to worry. We'll vouch for your innocence to the Tenryu Commission.
Sí, con suerte solamente te darán 3 semanas de servicio comunitario para la seguridad de la familia que mataste.
Thanks for your help. Who knows how this would have ended without your intervention?
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. We can't stay here. In any case, for a final duel, I think we should aim for a greater sense of ceremony.
Vale, en ese caso, recojamos el cofrecito, recojamos las recompensas y larguémonos de acá. Al lugar en donde vamos a presenciar el seppuku más seppuku de todos los seppukus. Así se menciona, ¿no? O harakiri. Bueno, harakiri más harakiri de todos los harakiris. Cumple los deseos de la espada maldita, nos menciona. Kadehara, eres un maldito genio. Yo que estaba diciendo que esa espada se lance al agua y tú justamente eliges un lugar ideal cerca del agua para la última pelea. Eso fue algo más relajado.
Yep, we still can't let our guard down. Even now, Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that Blade hasn't told us everything. Still, even if he's way past the point of redemption, it's hard not to feel a teensy bit sorry for him.
Hay un Hirichura Electro ahí al fondo. Ojalá no interrumpa el duelo.
Are you ready?
Ahora sí, estamos listos.
Ready? Okay. All right then. Successor of Ishin art, Kadehara Kazuha.
Successor of Amenoma art, Amenome Yuya.
Honored to cross blades with you.
It is my honor also.
Siempre me terminan golpeando, ¿no? Es que ya me vi. Tendría que dejar ahí. Al menos me darán un golpe por piso. O enemigo, qué sé yo. Sí, es que siempre me dan golpes, siempre me dan golpes. Algún día tendré que aprender a... Vamos. Y eso que soy bueno con los dosheos. Solamente que cuando peleo, vamos. No puedo evitar hacer esto de pelear y estar cerca del oponente. Que vamos, les doy más daño de lo que me terminan dando al final del día. Con cuidado. Está poca vida, está poca vida, está poca vida. No me interesa que estés protegiéndote, no me importa que estés protegiéndote, porque igual puedo hacerte esta vaina y matarte.
Thank you for the experience. Although he appears battered and broken, in your hands it seems he's regained a glimmer of brilliance.
Por un momento pensé que se había roto de verdad.
His sense of savage cruelty has completely faded away. But that same sense of determination remains strong.
You also fought well. I'm sure he relished the experience. There are a few things that I shall leave him to tell you himself.
I must apologize to you for all that has transpired.
You need not seek my forgiveness, nor do I have the right to forgive you on your victim's behalf. It is too late for all of that.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions as mine alone, and not let them stain the legacy of Ishin art.
Vale, entonces, ¿qué mierda le digo a los forenses?
I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the Ishin art still has a worthy successor in Kadehara Kazuha. I beseech you, please understand this.
Yes, I too trust Mr. Kadehara to do the right thing.
Thank you, successor of Amenoma art.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. He would like to visit the Amenoma smithy. Maybe we can go back there together.
Claro.
What does he want to go there for?
I'm not sure, but I think that all this is about to come to an end.
Regresemos a la realidad de Nona. Terminemos con esta historia triste y de paso dejaremos que Kadehara le cuente las malas noticias a la señora Nagato, que vamos, parece que los Nagatos están destinados a morir de manera cruel. Que al pobre gatito que cuidó mi tío Edson, que también se llamaba Nagato, murió en una pelea de gatos al parecer. Por lo menos es lo que supone mi tío Edson, que lo encontró ahí tirado. Sin vida. Triste de verdad. Esterilicen a sus gatos, por favor.
I am sorry to have troubled
No se
you.
vuelven ultraviolentos.
It's all thanks to them that I was able to return safely.
Le explican a Noenora Togo todo lo sucedido.
A prized Ishin blade, turned weapon that controls the human mind.
Yep.
Considering their forging philosophy, this was indeed within the realm of possibility. This is a great pity. But I have some good news as well. Ryuji, from the Bonton Sango Detective Agency, tells me that they've found the missing Mr. Nagato.
Really? Is he okay?
¿Está muerto? ¿Duro? ¿Frío?
Yes, badly wounded, but he will live.
Por la puta madre, pensé que estábamos hablando de cosas tristes.
And now that Yuya
Pero bueno,
is back,
menos
it
por
seems
reparar las
like
deudas.
the final ending to this story is a happy one after all.
Yeah.
I think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the blade whispering in your ear again?
Yes. He said he wants to take control of me for a brief moment.
What? No way! Hasn't it learned its lesson?
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. And he assures me that he won't use my body for anything nefarious.
Bueno, su última víctima no ha muerto, así que supongo que le tenemos que dar el beneficio de la duda.
I have decided to let him do it.
Confío en tu criterio.
Thank you. I will explain my reasons later. Okay. I am ready. Let us begin. Please, stay true to your promise.
is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness. You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kadehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kadehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Rest in peace.
Con suerte y me sale en el gacha. Al salir la herrería, Nemora Kazuha te revela las últimas palabras de la espada.
So, that's why he said it had to be done in that order. His consciousness will disappear forever after fulfilling the bladesmith's wish.
Que es llegar a Inazuma.
Kagotsurube Ishin. It was the first time I ever heard his name. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own actions, and thus chose to bury this name deep only in the final moments. Before his consciousness faded, was he willing to entrust it to another?
Seems like he really, really wanted to fulfill his maker's wish.
Por cualquier medio necesario.
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward also fueled the stubborn determination that blinded him to the path ahead. Speaking for myself, I'd rather see him recognize and atone for his mistakes than see him punished for them.
Los restos de los arcontes derrotados no se deben tomar a la ligera.
I understand. Perhaps this is a flaw in my personality. I've always been captivated by grand aspirations. Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me, just as the sight of those who fought to repeal the Vision Hunt decree did. Your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling inspires me in the same way. After everything I've seen, perhaps these pursuits fascinate me a little more than they should.
Oh, Kazuha.
I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you will have my assistance whenever you need it.
Ya lo dije. Si es que regalan una unidad 5 estrellas, te escogeré a ti, hijo de puta.
Wait, shouldn't we also go update Kujo Kamaji?
¿Who?
Oh, you're right. We need to tell him about the findings of
Ah,
our
verdad, el
investigation.
imbécil del clan Cuyo.
And it's also time to give him a response to the offer he made me.
Sí. Casi me olvidaba de eso. Chuta, hasta que no voy a comer pescado, diría, por lo que parece. Es que tengo que recibir pescado dentro de unos minutos, por lo que parece, pero parece que está bastante ocupado para ese entonces.
You've returned. I hear
Sí,
that the
funciona el
issue has
delivery.
been resolved. Though this was a treacherous investigation indeed, we're most fortunate that no lives were lost. The Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse. The investigation into Amanome Yuya should conclude soon. I do not believe he will be charged with any crime.
Wow, you sure kept your ear to the ground.
Quizás te subestime.
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer. Please take a look at this blade.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin. A weapon crafted using a long-lost blade forging art of the Kadehara clan. By means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. I also promised him that I will continue to study and pass on the secrets of Ishin art. And so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey across the nations, learning more about this blade as I go.
Si es que me sale en el gacha.
I see.
The Kadehara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths, so it is only proper for me to continue on this path. Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflicts between the shogunate and Sangonomiya. That would not suit me.
You misunderstand. That was most certainly not our
Sí, sí lo
intent.
era.
I am aware, but I still desire to continue walking my own path.
Very well, I can understand. Then let's pretend this offer was never raised. However, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself in need of the shogunate's assistance, please do not hesitate to inform me.
Great. Thank you for your generosity.
Where will you travel to next, Kazuha?
I'll probably take to the seas with Captain Beto again for now.
Parece una buena idea.
As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
Ojalá me salgas un día. Pero bueno, completado el camino sin amigos, Kadehara ves uno de los mejores personajes. Y ahorita está hablando Paimon. Paimon, ¿para qué chucha me interrumpes?
Didn't want to seem too pushy. Like, about these descenders. So, does that just mean people like you who come traveling to Teyvat from someplace else?
Posiblemente.
And as for your sister... Whew, so many questions. Let's go find Nahida and see what else we can find out.
Todavía quedan preguntas por responder. Y Kadehara, vamos, que nos ha demostrado por qué es de los mejores personajes actualmente. Creo que diría que es el personaje más equilibrado en lo que es lore y lo que es gameplay, meta, como sea la fuerza y demás. Que vamos, me agradaría tenerlo en un futuro, pero eso ya depende mucho de la suerte, si es que me merezco el personaje, si es que no me merezco. Aparte de que está también el tema de la espada, que vamos, si yo voy por su espada probablemente no la tenga, que sé cómo funciona el banner de armas, no es que vaya a ser todas las veces como me sucedió con el arco de Ganju. Pero bueno, la cosa es que no sé, eso fue la misión de Kadehara. Lo que seguiría a hacer sería el tema ese de la historia por aún terminar, ir al santuario de Surastana, pero eso lo haremos en el episodio posterior. Y bueno, nada más que decir, espero que os haya gustado el video. Si es así, pueden darle like, compartir conmigo que sea fanático de Genshin Impact o que sea fanático de Kadehara, miembro de los honorario de los, miembro de los Animo Boys, Swirl, como sea que se ligan actualmente. Pero ya que chucha, tengo Twitter para que me sigan. Y hasta aquí Vampire. Nos vemos en el siguiente video.